A lot of men will have had the experience of walking away from a date and thinking, that went pretty well. And then nothing happens. You can literally feel her excitement fading after that date. To figure out what is and isn't connecting for her, I want you to imagine that after the moment she walked out on that date with you, that someone grabbed her for an exit interview. What would she tell that person about who you are? What would she remember about you? If you think truthfully, her answer would be something like, he seems like a nice guy, he works in finance, he went on holiday here last year, then the chances are there's just not enough emotional connection or attraction for her to feel excited to see you again. By the way, if you want to understand attraction better, click on the link beneath this video. It'll take you to some free resources on my website. If you're being truthful, did you keep that date polite, safe, respectful, but not really get to any level of authenticity about who you are and who she is? If she doesn't get your values, if she doesn't know what your intentions are, it's going to be really hard for her to reach that level of excitement that she needs to want to see you again. She'll just think, I'll meet someone else who will immediately have that impact on me. So it's not like I'm encouraging you for your whole date to suddenly feel like, I don't know, a therapy session. But she does need at least 1 or 2 moments of authenticity from you to see you as a more well-rounded and intriguing person. Sometimes if the date is smooth, polite, safe, it can feel polished, but also not really emotionally compelling. So for sure, talk to her about where you like to go traveling, favorite foods, TV shows that you're into. But at least once, share with her a big shift that happened in your life, a decision that shaped you, something you used to struggle with that you now feel more confident in. This vulnerability doesn't make you underconfident. It makes you really confident and real as a person. For example, you could share something like, I'm going to be honest, like I used to be at a point where work totally consumed me and I probably had quite a bad work-life balance. But recently I reflected and realized that isn't what I want for myself long term. Wow. If you can say something like that to her, she hears you as someone who's got clear values, who's being intentional, who's purposeful, who thinks about their life. This is so much more interesting than hearing the ins and outs of what you do day to day in your job. Another common mistake that men make in the name of being polite and nice is they passively accept everything the woman says. Now, let's be honest. Is she being her most true and authentic self with you on this date? I'm going to take a wild guess and say no. Not because she's meaning to deceive you, but because you're a stranger and she's going to take some time to open up. This means as she's talking, if you just accept everything she says, you nod along, you agree, you're not really engaging with who she is as a person. Don't be afraid to ask questions like, so what made you go in that direction? Or I'm sensing that's not the full story. Even if she doesn't open up more, you signal an intent to really get to know her better. This shows that you're actively choosing her, not just dancing around trying to entertain her. This is something I work on with men a lot, and it's really not about learning lines to say to women. It's usually about really thinking about what you want to express to her and finding socially intelligent communication tools that you can use to put across who you are more truly and clearly. So if you are also genuinely looking for a relationship, this is a good thing to talk about on a date. It doesn't make you needy. It's not saying, I want to be in a relationship with you tomorrow. It's about expressing your values as a man and coaching women as well. Women love men who date intentionally. Women are not into dating men who don't know what they're doing in this area of their lives. Saying something like, yeah, probably I didn't take dating very seriously in the past. I was sort of enjoying myself, typical guy. But, there's no real depth in that. And recently I've become very focused on finding the right person to build something with. That doesn't sound needy. That sounds like mature and confident and exciting for her. So remember, if you're having dates, but they're never really translating into that high quality relationship you want, it's not that there's something wrong or unattractive about you. It's just that at this moment in time, you're not doing a good job of helping her to understand who you are, what your values are, and what you're looking for in relationships. So creating that attraction with her isn't about masking. It's not about being someone you're not. It's about being way more truthful to who you are and finding those socially intelligent ways of expressing that to her. If you want to put these skills into practice and translate so many more dates into relationships and longer dating experiences, definitely click on the link beneath this video and take a look at the coaching that I offer.